Today's video is going to be about adding and subtracting polynomials. And we talked about in the last lesson what standard form of polynomials are. And we also talked about classifying polynomials. But today we're just going to focus on adding and subtracting. And for that, we need to remember that for standard form, you put all exponents in descending or decreasing order. And remember that like terms have to have all the same variables and all the same exponents. So if you have multiple variables with multiple exponents in one term, like 7a squared b, then a like term also has to have a squared b, just like that in it. So we're just going to dive right into examples because I really think this is going to come easily to you all. I think it'll be more of a refresher than anything. So we have two polynomials added together, and make sure that you focus in on whatever is between them, because it seems like whenever we do this, I have a lot of students who will accidentally, like if you have multiplication where there's nothing between them, students will accidentally put addition in there mentally, and like they'll do addition instead. Or some people see this and think they have to multiply everything. That's just what their brain goes to automatically. And that's way more work than you need because this is just addition. So make sure you are really conscious of what operation you're actually performing. So in this case, everything's in parentheses, so we want to pay attention to the coefficient. So in both of these, the coefficient is a positive 1. And if we were to distribute a positive 1, it would not change anything. So we can just remove those parentheses. And you don't have to write this step down, but for some of you, it may help to see it all. So it's just going to be 3x squared plus 11x plus 4. And I'm going to change that instead of plus a negative. I'm just going to put minus 5x. Plus x squared minus 13. And now when I have a lot of terms like this, I like to organize it by underlining it however many times that the exponent is. So this one has x squared, so we're going to underline it twice. This one's just x, and then constants get a squiggly line. And this is just a method that I use. You do not have to use it. I just think it's a little bit easier. And if it helps you, you can also put a line between the terms so that you can keep the signs with the right terms. So I'm going to start with the largest because we want it in standard form. So start with the most underlines. So we have 3 plus 1 x squared. So that's going to be 4x squared. And I'm going to mark those out because I took care of those. Then we have 11x minus 5x. That is positive 6x. Those are done. Then we have positive 4 minus 13. That gives us negative 9. Those guys are done. And now we have our answer in standard form. So try not to overthink this. I'm giving you some methods to use for whenever your paper gets crowded and it gets confusing to look at. But some of you may see this and say 3x squared plus x squared is 4x squared. 11x minus 5x is 6x, and 4 minus 13 is negative 9. So, and that's fine. That's fine. So for number 3, I just wanted to run through a subtraction problem with you. You have to change the sign of all of these. I'm going to show you 2 ways to approach this problem. The first way is just to mentally tell yourself that you have to subtract this thing. So, for example, if we do our underlining, we'll notice that there's no other k to the third. So we're just going to have 5k to the third. And then we have negative 2k squared minus positive 2k squared. So negative 2k squared minus 2k squared is going to give us negative 4k squared. Took care of those. And then 2k minus 2k gives us 0. So we don't have to put that in there. And then we have a 17 over here, but this minus sign applies to that 17 as well. So you can think of it as like 0 minus 17, or however you want. And that's going to give you negative 17. So we've taken care of that one. The other way you can think of this, and to me personally, this way keeps me more organized. I distribute this negative 1 and rewrite it. 5k to the third minus 2k squared plus 2k minus 2k squared minus 2k minus 17. So you distribute this negative to everything in the parentheses and then combine like terms, and you will get the same answer. 5k cubed minus 4k squared minus 17. And those are the only 2 examples I'm going to do for you because I really think that you have got this. Just keep in mind for number 5 that when you subtract A from B, that is B minus A. You start with B and subtract A from that. You're going to need to remember that and pay attention to it for number 5. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.